So a great way to accelerate healing, release what is no longer serving you, and step into personal power is cord cutting, which essentially are rituals to sever energetic ties from various types of relationships, situations, and even low-grade entities, for an official release from that which is holding you back and preventing you from progress. And all of those emotions, including feeling tired, stuck, drained, anxiety, depression, they're all trying to get your attention to look at something which may be needing to be cut out, cut off, bring yourself back to a more beneficial state of being. So how do we have a successful cord cutting where this is the only one you will ever have to do? Well, these next few steps will help get you to that point. Step number 1 is working through everything to the roots. For example, lay everything out on the table, whether it be past traumas, abuse, unaligned relationships, unhelpful memories or habits. Really examining everything, taking it back to the root cause will really help you get to what, at essence, is really needing to be getting rid of. What was there to be helpful, along with what is really needing to be cut out to help you live your best life. And it means taking a look at everything and being completely honest with yourself. Not everything, just because it was a negative experience, necessarily should be cut. Sometimes that happens for learning. It wouldn't have gotten you to a certain place or strengthened you in certain way. But there's a lot of that can be cut out if it's holding you back. And you know when you've really gotten to the root of something, when not only have you worked through it completely, but there's no more of those triggered emotions. It's also helpful to look at each level too. So the physical, the emotional, the mental, so that's psychological, as well as the spiritual aspects of yourself and how they are serving or not serving you. Step number 2 is be specific and detailed as possible. Once everything has been integrated, it's important to understand that every situation is unique. And when you're doing a cord cutting, know exactly, whether it be the habit, the individual. It might not even be that whole individual. There might be a lot of good memories with it, or reasons that made you grow, strengthened you, that you learned from. It could have just been negative situations or negative habits on their part. Also taking that into the situations, places, knowing exactly what is needing to be cut out or released, cutting that cord and being very detailed with it will really help to isolate it and officially remove it. And step number 3, which chakra do you feel has been the most affected? And using a colored cord accordingly can be helpful. Also, that chakra specific might have a lot to do with your purpose in this lifetime. So working with it on a deeper level and incorporating it into your spiritual practice will help balance it so that lesson doesn't come back around again. And when cord cutting with an entity, knowing what specific entity you're dealing with helps to understand the how and the why it became attached in the first place, to strengthen that so it doesn't happen again, as well as a consistent strengthening your aura for any damage that may have been caused through that process. So with all that being said, I hope these tips were helpful, and until next time, happy cord cutting.